All right, we are live. What's going on, everybody? It's Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist, and happy Thursday. Just got done with my run. In case you didn't know, the Air Force has implemented a bunch of PT changes. It's got a lot of airmen freaking out, and rightfully so in the middle of a military campaign. And it's just been concerning to me because, took an assignment, was gone for a while, and I came back the exact same weight that I left. And I was doing really well about halfway through, got my shift changed, and then it was becoming more and more difficult to run just because of the hours I was working. And then I was diagnosed with arthritis in my spine. So I would have immense pain walking, putting on clothes, running, all that stuff. So anyway, a reason I'm bringing this up is just because I am currently on a weight loss journey and been eating better, drinking less, running more, just trying to stay positive with it all. And so every time I do a run, I'm just very grateful that rehab and Ben Gay and Icy Hot and all this stuff is helping me out to be able to have mobility, because for a while there it was pretty miserable. All right. Today we're going to talk about a massive media win. My client, the BatMentor, hired me because he is giving away a Corvette C8 that is Batmobile themed. And he's the CEO of ImpossibleRentals.com. And what they do, they're a nonprofit that gives away Batman-themed sports cars and then donates the money to a charity that visits sick kids in the hospital and works with children with terminal diseases. It's a spectacular organization. I cut my fee by quite a bit because I wanted to work with them, and I was really proud of BatMentor and what he does. So it was a win-win for everybody, and I am happy to announce that BatMentor became my 40th client placed on the news. And we did this yesterday. It was a phenomenal day. We had to get up super early. BatMentor was worn out from fighting crime on top of his many other wonderful adventures. But before we get started, let me give a quick shout out. As always, Warrior Strategist content is brought to you by Shift Advanced Life Design Magazine. You can read it for free at shiftlifedesign.com, bringing you all the best in entrepreneur and veteran news. Here's Brian Big Country Conwell. We've got Marshall Taryn, Orlando entrepreneur and former Marine, great businessman. And then Don Sabot, our own Don from San Diego, who owns Walla, Where Art Live Art, great company. And Don made me a custom Iron Man colored piece for my birthday, which hangs on my wall. You can support Shift by reading the magazine, sharing it, buying some copies, whatever you need to do. But support these great entrepreneurs. ShiftLifeDesign.com. It's a great publication, and I have a lot of fun producing it. All right, so going back, KUSI and Fox, thank you very, very much. Your support staff, everybody, the reporters, everybody was super, super helpful, friendly, had a lot of energy from the get-go, and I made a lot of new friends. It was spectacular. And just being gone for months at a time, it's hard to step back into the media footsteps. But honestly, just working around media professionals and seeing like Hula and Jill and Victoria and everybody else that was involved in the segment, I just felt really, really happy. It was awesome getting back in the field. So here are some shots. Here we have the BatMentor, and all right. So as you can see, we have the cars here. BatMentor provided 3 different Batman-themed cars. One is a replica of the 1989 Batman with Michael Keaton, and one is the Corvette C8. It's going to be given away in a couple days in alignment with Comic-Con San Diego. And then also we have the Pattinson Batman, which is spectacular. The Pattinson have ridden in. It's very, very heavy and loud. Definitely a lot of fun though. And I wish I had a better shot of the Pattinson. That's okay. But anyway, there's BatMentor getting interviewed, and we had such a phenomenal time. The segment went out to the audiences at KUSI and Fox, and they sent us some clips, some video footage. We took a bunch of pictures, had an amazing time. But thank you again, KUSI, Fox News, and Victoria, who is spectacular at guiding us into making this a win-win segment. I was very, very happy to do this, and a huge win for BatMentor. If you want to know more or want a free entry to win the Batman-themed Corvette C8, go to impossiblerentals.com, and you can enter for free. It's pretty easy, and maybe I'll see you driving around in a black Corvette. Oh, and to sweeten the pot, $10,000 cash to the winner. Outstanding. All right. Next up are some TV tips for getting your story on the news. So this one had a lot behind it, just because it was aligned with Comic-Con and the whole superhero theme. So everyone's shooting superhero themed stories. And one tip you can do is to align your story angle or your media angle with current events or things that are happening that align from a thematic perspective. BatMentor was an easy choice just because at this time of year, everyone's gearing up to visit San Diego and check out Comic-Con and all that good stuff. Another thing you can do is to make sure that you contact your reporters, producers, with a good pitch. You don't want to go over the top or be too wordy. 8-sentence pitch is usually pretty good. We issued a press release before this went live, and we shared that as well, just to add credence to the story, to give it a little bit more oomph, and definitely caught the eye of some of the producers, and it was an easy yes for them. BatMentor is notorious on TikTok and Instagram for Batman-themed stunts. He has some cool pictures. He's a great guy. So all of this makes for a good family-friendly story that makes people happy. Getting on TV is not nearly as hard as you would think. Like I said, this is my 40th client that I've gotten on TV, and it's always a matter of taking the story and augmenting it, not to the point of embellishment, but to make sure that its best features are highlighted. And that's one reason that people hire me, is because I was a technical writer for 10 years, and I know how to take a good story and make it better for the viewing audience, and to match it with the right format and context. With that, let's talk real quick about one of our sponsors and a friend of the Warrior Strategist, Doug Barry and his Farmer Jasper books. If you have children, you need Jasper the Rabbit in your life. These books are phenomenal, created by Air Force veteran Douglas Barry. Jasper the Rabbit is a really great kids book series that teaches lessons on friendship and respect and courtesy and learning. The illustrations are really, really high end. Doug himself thematically produce the types of content and all the animals. Jasper is completely his creation. So we got Farmer Jasper. We got a day at the beach with Jasper and friends. Jasper has all his friends with him, talking about going to the beach. So he's got Swan, Squirrel. Your kids are going to love this. I love the illustrations. These are a lot of fun to read. They're very colorful, very animated. The night I spent in the People House. And here's Jasper with his friends, possibly committing a B&E. Don't tell anybody. But they're just like, hey, guess what? I want to sleep in a People House. I want to see what's going on. Maybe raid the refrigerator, grab some treats. Here's Jasper playing with some toys and hanging out in the People House. But you can Google Jasper and Friends, get the whole set for your children. I absolutely love this series. I think it's a lot of fun. I wish I'd had these when I was a kid. And then also, I met Doug personally in South Carolina, and he gave me the Jasper and Friends activity book. I'm super excited about this because there's all kinds of crosswords and puzzles and coloring stuff, tic-tac-toe, and blank pages for drawing things. So this is great for creative minds for your kids. The Jasper and Friends activity book. Find it at Jasper and Friends. Just a quick Google search will pop it up. But always want to support Doug Barry, Air Force veteran, fighter maintainer, great guy. And I love Jasper and Friends. All right. And with that, we're going to wrap up for today. I have a lot of client work to do and a lot of fun stuff. But if you guys need help getting more coverage for your business, you need help getting on TV, you need press releases, you need magazine coverage, whatever, come talk to me. Find out more at GarciaGlobalMedia.com. GGM has been putting people in the spotlight for quite some time now. And we've gotten people on TMZ. We've got them magazine covers. We've gotten them into high-value corporate partnerships. There's been quite a few cool things we've done. And I'm always willing to talk to people, find out what works for their budget and for their media needs. And you can find out more at GarciaGlobalMedia.com. All right. That's all I got for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist. And I'm really digging this shirt. I was just looking at my closet and I feel like Murphy Brown with the big ass shoulder pads. And if you got that reference, you definitely need a colonoscopy. Just letting you know. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist. As always, stay famous. See you next time.